Students, in the last session we saw that preparation of soil is very necessary for agriculture. Tilling or loosening of the soil is done by using the plough, which you can see on your screen just now. Ploughing can be done using wooden plough or iron plough. Nowadays it is done with the tractor. We can see the tractor being used on a large scale nowadays to increase the production of crops. Now you can see on your screen hoe. Hoe is used to remove the weeds. Weeds means unwanted plants which compete with the main crop. But before that, let us learn that after ploughing, what we have to do is sowing the seeds. And sowing the seeds is a very important part, as everything depends on sowing the seeds. The seeds should be of better quality and it should be sown at proper depth and proper distance and in proper season, proper time. Nowadays the seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. This sows the seeds uniformly at equal distance and depth, and it ensures that seeds get covered by the soil after sowing, and it protects the seeds from being eaten by birds. Seed drill saves time and labor of a farmer. As a result, it is a very useful tool. Here you can see the seed drill where farmer keeps the seed in that main shaft, and it is planted at seeds are planted at equal distance and equal depth. Now selecting seeds is also equally important. The seed should be of a good quality so as to get a better crop. Now you can do one activity. What you can do is take three empty glasses or similar vessels, mark them as A, B and C. To glass A, add little amount of soil mixed with a little cow dung manure. In glass B, put the same amount of soil mixed with little urea, and take in glass C without adding anything. Now pour the same amount of water in each glass and plant the seedlings in them. Keep them in a safe place and water them daily, and observe after 7 to 10 days. What will you observe? That glass A, which was having manure, had grown, is showing some growth, whereas in glass B you can see very clearly on your screen that the growth of plants is very good, and in glass C the plants have almost not grown. So what does it show? That manure is also very important. Yes, so after sowing, what is important is manuring the field, manuring or adding fertilizer. Manure is an organic substance and fertilizers are chemicals. It is good to use manure for a long run to the farmer. As manure is organic, it does not have any side effect, and soil remains rich in nutrients for the entire time of agriculture. See here on your screen, the difference between fertilizer and manure is given. Fertilizer is a man-made inorganic salt whereas manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of cattle dung and plant residues. Fertilizer is prepared in factories, whereas manure can be prepared in the fields. Fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, whereas manure provides a lot of humus, which makes the soil porous and roots can deeply go into the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, whereas manure is relatively less rich in plant, though the fertilizer shows good growth, but after 2-3 years the soil becomes barren. So it is advisable to use manure over fertilizer. That is what they say, manure should be used frequently by the farmer. Now adding humus also provides with some bacteria which can fix nitrogen to the soil. Like if you study rhizobium bacteria, they are present in the nodules of roots of leguminous plants and they fix atmospheric nitrogen. Now why is nitrogen important? Because nitrogen is a main component for protein. It is a main constituent of protein. As a result, your plants are very rich. So the next step after sowing the seeds should be manuring the field. After manuring comes irrigation. Yes, irrigation is equally important. Irrigation in olden days was done by several ways, because we have to water the plant regularly, but it is not that you give water to the plant a lot in one day and then 2-3 days you don't give. It should be in proper amount and proper time. There were several methods used in earlier days. The main sources of irrigation of water are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams. See here, you can see in earlier days the water available in wells, lakes and canals is lifted up by different methods in different regions for taking into the fields. Cattle or human labor is used in these methods. So these methods are cheaper but less efficient and there is lot of loss of water. You can see here the moat, that is the pulley system, and the chain pump being used by the farmer. Dekli and Rahat, that is lever system, were also used rather in earlier days, but nowadays the more modern method used is drip irrigation. The best example of drip irrigation, you can have green revolution. Like in Israel, there is no water, but they have proved that green revolution is brought about by drip irrigation, where there is less loss of water and this water is used for a better purpose also. Irrigation can also be done by sprinkler system. Sprinkler system, you just imagine, you all must have seen a film Chak De India, where that ground was watered by using the same sprinkler system. And this system is more useful on the uneven land where sufficient water is not available and the perpendicular pipes having rotating nozzles on top are joined to the main pipeline and the tap is on and rotating nozzles sprinkles water on the crop as if it is raining. Sprinkler is very useful for lawns, coffee plantation and several other crops. But the most famous and the most useful method is drip irrigation. In this drip irrigation, the water falls drop by drop directly near the roots, so it is called drip system, and it is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens, trees, and water is not wasted at all. It is a boon in regions where availability of water is poor. You can see here the drip irrigation. Now, when you water the plant, naturally the plants will grow. So, along with the plant, some unwanted plants like grass or other plants can also grow. So, it is very important to remove this because they will compete with the main crop. Say for example, your mother has given lunch box for you only. But if your friend wants to share from that, so you will get less food, isn't it? So the same way, weeds are also to be removed, and to remove the weeds several materials are used, like we can hand pluck the unwanted plants, or we can use some instruments, or we can use some chemicals. The removal of weeds is called weeding. Weeding is necessary since weeds compete with the crop plants for water, nutrients, space and light. Thus, they affect the growth of the crop. Some weeds interfere even in harvesting and may be poisonous for animals and human beings. So, farmer can adopt any of the method like hand plucking, or before sowing of crops, tilling also helps in uprooting and killing of weeds. The best time for the removal of weeds is before they produce flowers and seeds. The manual removal includes physical removal, that is uprooting, that can be done by using khurpi, a seed drill or a hoe, or we can also use certain chemicals which are called weedicides like 2,4-D. These are sprayed in the fields to kill the weeds. They do not damage the crops. The weedicides are diluted with water to the extent required and sprayed in the field. So the weeds are to be removed. Now, do weedicides have any effect on the person handling this machine? Yes. As you can see in the movie, the person is wearing a mask. Nowadays you must have seen people wearing a mask, isn't it? So before the flowering and seed occurs on these unwanted plants, they should be removed, and it may affect the health of farmers. So they have to use these chemicals very carefully. After the seeds have grown, we have to give certain time for the crop to grow properly. Now, if the crop has grown, so it has to be harvested. So the next step after this is harvesting. So the first what we sow is crop, preparing the soil. Second, sowing the seeds. Third, what we sow is manuring. Irrigation was the fourth one. Fifth was removing weeds, and then harvesting. Harvesting should be done at a proper time. The cutting of crop after it is matured is called harvesting. In harvesting, crops are pulled out or cut close to the ground. It usually takes 3 to 4 months for a cereal crop to mature. Harvesting in our country is mainly done by using sickle manually, or it can also be done using a harvester. Nowadays these machines, tractor is a multi-purpose machine which is used for sowing the seeds, for ploughing the field, and as well as for harvesting and removing the weeds. In the harvested crop, the grain seeds need to be separated. The grain to be removed from the chaff, and this process is called threshing. and these can be carried out with the help of a machine which we call it as combine, which is in fact a harvester as well as a thresher, which you can see here on the screen. After harvesting, sometimes some stubs are left in the field which are burned by farmers, because when you burn these crops, it does not spoil the field. So these grains, when they are removed from the chaff, they are mixed, and this chaff can be removed by winnowing. Now we will study about the last part in the third session. So till then, please study up to here, read it carefully.